Man, I feel like with a lot of black women, and not to say anything negative because I was raised by that, you know what I'm saying? But like the times have changed where you don't have that strict black woman with leadership. There, and I ain't, saying it's all of them. It's a lot of them that just work multiple jobs and think that it's okay to just do whatever, but expect everything. You know what I'm saying? It's not about how much money you generate or provide. And a lot of these homes are already like, okay, most men, us black men, you know what? Time to go. Ain't nobody about to deal with your shit when we trying to work together. And that's what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? A lot of our grandparents, even if we didn't get to know them, they were homeowners. They were leaders of the community and things like that. So their women were, the black woman had a way different role. They wasn't fucking single. Excuse my French, but they didn't have to be single all the time. You know what I'm saying? They had a man. So they were able to raise their children and God. Now they got to play both roles to where when the man do step in, he gotta deal with a power struggle. Not that it should be like that, but that's what it's become.
And Zay, that goes to show that this is how society is now shaping these young women, that you're going to have to be strong, independent on your own. You can't depend on us. And that's totally messed up. We got to reverse that. And we got to show we are going to step up to that plate. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I feel you. But
Yeah,
add this into it.
I got a question for Sheena. Sheena, you hear the dialogue going on amongst these men here. Do conversation like this happen amongst women of your age group? Do you women talk amongst each other like this, hold each other accountable like this? Is this, I always want to ask, like, is this conversation you guys have?
Yeah. And as who was it? Bangladesh said, or Dev said that you guys have to basically reverse the roles, because it's not really our fault that now in society we have to be working two jobs just to make ends meet. Most homes aren't raised with a dad in it. I wasn't raised with a dad. My mom played both roles. So that's what I grew up seeing, that I have to work for what I want. And that's what she engraved in my head. So if I'm on my grind and I meet someone else who's going to tell me, oh, no, that's not okay, then you're basically telling me it's wrong to be who I am, but that's how I'm going to survive. So that is the argument that I would have with, my girlfriends, that guys don't see it how we see it. And then you would argue and say, we don't see it as you do. But the roles have been reversed, or something has changed. So we just have to adapt and try to compromise maybe, and negotiate and discuss how things really, how you want it to be in your household, because every household and relationships are different. So
I peeped what you said, that from your experience and things like that. And however, I got a question. If a woman has her independence, as far as working and everything else, and the man has his independence, working, being diligent, they have to have balance to keep a relationship. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a struggle between our rule or the woman rule. It should be some type of compatibility. You know what I'm saying? Not saying you wrong for saying what you're saying. You're right, completely right. But a lot of the men are trying to like play a role where like you can't strip a man's dominance. And I'm not saying he got to be over a woman. He just has to be that lion. You can be by his side. You ain't got to be behind him. You ain't got to bow down or nothing like that. But with women being able to work in the U.S. and, you know what I'm saying, and things like that, because they set rules, regulations, and laws for, hey, you can go work. You ain't got to sit there and just be a woman and have children. And that's it. And raise them. You're allowed to work now. So balance is what I'm saying is a big key. So people can thrive and have a relationship and have a marriage. along with meeting
Mm-hmm.
somebody with a different culture, with a different area and everything else.
All
Y'all
right, so
feel me?
let me say then the problem too is men don't know the difference between leadership and control because most black men want to control a woman. Do as I say. At the end of the day, this is it because this is what I said. No, you're not going to tell me to do that if I don't believe that's how it should go. And at the end of the day, I think a woman really wants to be heard. All right, we have a discussion or we have a decision to make. This is what I have to say as the woman. You, as the guy, need to ensure that you heard me. Yes, babe, I heard what you said, and that's good or it's not good, whatever the case is. But then we're going to talk and try to make a decision based on maybe if your idea is better or if mine is good too. And then we put it together to make one decision. Let me make, let me feel like you heard what I said at the end of the day.
Would that fall in the terms of balance, Sheena?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just trying to, hear the woman's perspective because, I mean, it's usually us. So that's why I kind of threw that in there. And I understood what you were saying about, your side of it and how you was raised, like you said. And a lot of women, what I'm saying, they take a notion that, and I'm not about to take a shot. I'm gonna just say it like this because I got daughters, and I'm not gonna say they moms is like that. It's just society. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them are on a systematic, men ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? You owe us everything. And having daughters made me take a different approach. Like, I ain't gonna tell them how not to be, but I am gonna guide them correctly. Like, look, a man is designed this way. And some of the things I do is wrong. And it has to be understood. It has to be a standard as well for you to accept. And with accepting someone and understanding someone is key. You know what I'm saying? Women should not, I put it like this. Everybody's going to disagree on something, but if 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 that notion that's out there with not all, with the, I would say, a lower level of women that want this elite control and they go with I don't need no man, I just do this and try to hurt a man, you know what I'm saying, instead of support him. And then it goes to that, well, I ain't no balance because hell, you want to win, you want to be over the man. And we getting misperceived as, well, hold on, I need my dominance. Now you got an argument. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Either he gonna fight or walk away. So I mean,
But oftentimes you
cool.
find that the females that are saying that, oh, I don't need a man, fuck a nigga, we don't care. It's based off trauma, things in the past that happened to them, right? And it's because of this continuing wrong choosing, I would say, because obviously you're choosing the wrong guys, hence why shit keeps happening to you. That's what's happening. Why now, when a good man is presented before her, she doesn't know how to act or how to behave. So it all goes back down to past trauma and how she was raised and where she was raised too. So
I hear what's going on here. I'm just taking it all in, right? And I hear what you saying, Banger. I hear what you saying, Sheena. Um, I think at the end of the day, though, everything's subjective, right? So we still got to, even though we're in a modern society, we're modern men and women, there's still roles we have to play. And I'm not, for example, I'm not expecting my wife to, be worried about a plumbing issue in the house, or, you know what I mean? She need her oil change in her car, right? And there's certain things I should have to be worried about. But at the end of the day, when we're talking about decisions being made, if we're talking about, the color paint on the wall, right? I don't care. You want what color you want to paint? No big deal. But there's some decisions that's going to lie and rest with me at the end of the day. And I will, as a man, you definitely want to take that counsel in from your woman, though, because that's your right hand, even above any of your good friends, right? So you always want to consider what she said, because you laying down in bed with this woman, right? So her opinion gonna trump anybody, your mama, anybody. By the end of the day, you gonna eat, because she may be reacting emotionally. So you may, as a man, you still have to make that logical decision. But always consider what she's saying, though, because she has value.